Hello, everyone. This is Andrea Dillard, and I am going to tell you a little bit about myself for the multicultural class in the spring of 2015. I am a sixth grade language arts teacher, English language arts, we call it ELA for short, at Inman Middle School, which is located in Atlanta, Georgia, and it is a part of the Atlanta Public Schools district. If you take a look at the pictures, I'll just tell you a little bit about them. That is me, the largest one, and I am holding my daughter, whose name is Lucy. And that picture was taken last March, so she was about 6 months old at the time. The top right corner is one of my husband and I this past New Year's Eve, um, moving into 2015. His name is Jay, and he is a therapist. So I gain a lot of insight from him um, regarding my job and my students. And then the bottom left is a current picture of Lucy just a few days ago. She's now 16 months old. Moving to the next slide, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been married for 4 years, almost 5 this June, to the love of my life, Jay, who is a therapist, like I said earlier. My daughter Lucy was born September 10th, 2013, and she is also the love of my life. I guess you could say I have two loves of my life. This is my 8th year in the classroom. I am also working on my master's in educational psychology with an emphasis in creative, gifted, and talented students. I teach a very diverse population, and my classroom types are also very diverse. I teach 4 class periods of ELA. My red class, we actually don't call them first, second, third, or fourth period, but we actually do a snake schedule where we change the order every single day, so we call them a color. My red class is a collab class with a mix of regular ed and special education students. My green class is a gifted class, that's about 23 people. My yellow class is an on-level class, and then my blue class is also a gifted class. That's about 22 people. Um, the population is pretty diverse. It's about 45% white, 45% black, and the rest is a small percentage of Hispanic and Asian students. I have always seemed to gravitate towards marginalized people in whatever form that takes. So that could be cross-cultural, gender. It could also be those that are underrepresented groups in education, and even globally. I've just always been very drawn to people that do not seem to have um, the I guess the resources and the means to make a better life for themselves. So that's where my heart lies. My hobbies in spare time, in the small amount of spare time that I have, is includes sewing. I've been diving a little bit more into writing some fictional books. Of course, I love reading, and I do love reading those typical middle school books as well as like period pieces. Music, and just hanging out with my family. Two distinct diversity and equity issues that I wanted to talk about that I've lived professionally was last semester. This is pretty recent. I suppose that's why it stands out to me. We had to decide amongst our team who was going to be exited from the gifted and talented program. And it's a really tough decision, and I hate exiting students that aren't, I guess you could say, making the cut in the gifted and talented program. But what was disheartening was 4 out of 5 of those students were underrepresented groups. there were a couple that were African American and one that was Hispanic, and then there was one white. So the majority were minority ethnic groups that were being exited from the gifted and talented program. So knowing this and kind of recognizing that, we spoke as a team about it, and two of us are white on the team, and two of us are black on the team. And so we also came to the conclusion that we need to have standards, obviously, for the gifted and talented program, but it was arguable whether those standards should be based on grades. Oftentimes, grades are uh, not only grade achievement, but grade motivation. And so we were trying to determine if it was a motivational issue or if it was um, truly they needed to be exited by what was best for them. So it really made me rethink our criteria for retention in gifted and talented um, um, groups in our school district. Obviously, we can't really make a whole lot of change with that because that is a top down decision, but it helped me reconsider how I approach student work, how I approach assigning homework, and things like that for this semester. Also, I wanted to touch on a parent conference I had a couple years ago. It was a very heated conference. It was a very racial conference. And I was told as a white teacher that she felt I was targeting her daughter with behavior issues, specifically dress code. I felt embarrassed. It made me really look at myself. Really examine if I was being culturally biased or if I was just trying to uphold dress code or, and how I was doing that. So um, it actually started making me think of different ways to deal with behavior issues and not making people feel like I was targeting them for a reason outside of just upholding the rules. Really quickly, I just want to touch base on how my most and least favorite aspects of speaking about multicultural education. I love having friends, and it's very few that I've come to that I can be completely honest with, ask questions that even may sound ignorant, and then walk away from those conversations without judgment. My least favorite is feeling uncomfortable. Sometimes I often feel like I want to apologize for what white people have done in the past and not knowing how to do that without sounding ignorant or like I don't know what I'm even feeling. So I often don't engage in conversation because I feel like it could maybe offend somebody and then break a potential relationship. So those are my most and least favorite. I'm going to go ahead and stop because I'm 30 seconds over time. So I can't wait to get to know you guys and to learn a lot from this class.